there's no reason why these big billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and these high millionaires should be paying less taxes than you, and you only make $70,000 a year. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking about why these billionaires and millionaires pay less taxes than the average American. Man, without further ado, if y'all don't know my name's Elijah. I don't want to make this introduction too long. We got some free game to give, but my name's Elijah. I go by Eli Invest. If you're new, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get to it. So these millionaires and these billionaires, they pay less taxes than you, and there's a way to get around paying taxes. So what they do is they do this thing called buy, borrow, die. So what that means is basically they buy assets, they borrow against those assets, and they use that money that they're borrowing against to create more revenue and to buy more assets, and then they just pass that on to their kids. And that's kind of their way of getting out of taxes. So let me break it down for you. So I go and I buy, let's say I buy $100,000 worth of stock, right? And it appreciates over time. So what I'm doing is I don't go to sell the stock, because once I go to sell the stock, then I'm no longer paying. Then once I go to sell the stock, then I got to pay taxes on my gains. So instead of selling the stock, what I do is I borrow against the stock. So I take the stock to the bank or wherever, and I borrow against that. And now I have that, and I still have the stock, which is appreciating over time. So now with that money, what I do with that money, now I go and buy some real estate, or I go and buy some more stocks, or whatever asset I feel like is appreciating at that time. I'll go and buy gold, you know what I'm saying? And then that, you just keep the cycle continue. Now with that, you can live off of that, as well as you can still pay your interest and your loan, because your stocks and your stuff, your assets are still appreciating over time. So this is kind of like halfway of the method of what the rich do to avoid paying taxes. Some advice I would give is to heavily get into crypto right now, because right now we're in a bear market with crypto. So what that means is crypto is low. So since it's low, it's a great buying point. So what I would do is I would buy low. I would take the money that I gained from that, I would borrow against it. I wouldn't sell it, I would borrow against it. And with that, I would go buy some more assets. And most likely for me, I'm gonna go buy real estate, you know what I'm saying? And then I would just watch my assets appreciate over time. And this is something that the rich do all over the world, not just like the Elon Musk. Like, if you smart and you know how to play the game, you're gonna play it. Another thing I want to talk about too is dividends. A lot of people, dividends is like a hidden secret to the stock market and to just assets in general. So what dividends is dividends will give you the opportunity to make money. Even though, like, let's say your stock is going down, it will give you the opportunity to make money off of your stock, no matter if the stock is going down or if the stock is going up. So it's basically the company paying you out. It's basically like a salary. So this is what people use to, like, let's say if you have enough in stocks, you could live off of your dividends. And some people just mainly invest in dividend stocks. And that's something that's also a tool as well that you can use. So if you're new to stocks, make sure you look at dividend growing stocks, because this will help you out in the long run too. Like, I think $1 million is somewhere near like $1,000 to $10,000 a month in dividends. So just look into dividend stocks and look up how much that can pay you as well. So, you know what I'm saying? This is if you're new to stocks. So another thing I want to talk about is, we're going back to the borrowing against your assets, right? So make sure when you borrowing against your assets, you don't use more than 60% of your portfolio. And let me break it down to you. So, like, let's say I borrowed, I have 100,000 in stocks, and I borrowed against that 100,000. I'm not going to borrow that whole $100,000 in stocks. I'm only going to borrow around $60,000, because now you have the rest of the 30,000. You have that for collateral. So let's say the stock does go down, you still have collateral, you know what I'm saying, for that. So, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to kind of keep y'all on too long. I just want to give y'all free game. If you're new, make sure you go follow the Instagram in my bio, subscribe, and yeah, peace out.